the kickboxing tournament. We have Daniel Morse in the red corner, in the blue corner, sorry, age 25, 64 kilos. And his opponent is Jamie Dickson in the red corner, age 27, 68 kilos, 4 kilos more than Daniel Morse. Both in black trunks.
I think it's going to be very difficult to tell these two apart, except one has blonde hair, the other one has dark brown hair.
Daniel Morse, who comes from the Comanches gym, is actually with the black gloves.
That's correct, yes.
Right, so we have the black-gloved Daniel Morse, age 25, and the red-gloved Jamie Dickson from the Bulldog gym, age 27. Standing count being given there to Jamie Dickson.
I think these two lads have come here to fight this evening, as you can see from the first round. They're going straight at it. They're not wasting any time. They're not feeling each other out.
Again, both men feeling each other out.
There's lots of punches being thrown. I'd like to see more kicks, Michael.
Yes, Daniel Moore seems to be doing the better from the Comanche gym, throwing the better shots, landing on blonde-haired Dickson, but Dickson comes back, and I think his knees...
Yeah, those are very good knees.
I think his knee morphs into the abdomen there, and he's felt it, and backed off. And there goes the first round as Morse lands on Dickson's chin. What did you make of that round? A bit scrappy?
Yeah, a bit scrappy, but there were some good punches being landed and some good knees. I think the lad from the Comanches gym is going to be throwing more punches.
That's Daniel Morse.
Daniel Morse.
Is that because they teach more throwing punches rather than kicks in the Comanche gym, or does everyone have their different techniques?
Yeah, everyone has their different techniques. Some clubs specialise in punching, some in kneeing, some in throwing, and some in kicking. I think obviously this gym, or this lad anyway from this gym, favours punching techniques.
Right.
I think Jamie Dickson, though, I think in the first few minutes there, he had a bit of a rough ride, but he seemed to come back towards the end of that first round with some knees. So it may be that in the second round, his trainer's going to ask him to come out and to get closer and to use those knees, because they really were quite effective in the last
Jamie Dickson was the one that actually took the standing count, but yes, as you say, he came on later on and finished the round quite strongly against Daniel Morse, putting him under pressure. So we come out for round two. Dickson off of his stool and first to the center of the ring. Both landing at the same time. Good combinations coming from Dickson. Morse from the Comanche gym not giving anything away though. Some good combinations again from Dickson. Throwing a bit more kicks. As you say, Morse is throwing more head blows, doing more with his hands. Dickson is trying to alternate.
There he's gone for the knee.
Using the knee on the abdomen again.
I think that's his favourite technique, and I would like to see him use more of those, getting closer to his man and use the knee.
Both landed again, one with a kick, one with a punch. Dickson again, coming in with the knees.
I don't think Daniel Morse really knows what to do with those knees.
We could take it then that he's not really experienced in close fighting.
Well, sometimes it's just the crowd and the inexperience, yes, you know. He probably knows what to do, but he can't seem to do it when he needs to.
Dickson probably spotting this and going for more kicks, which is putting Morse under a little bit of pressure. Crowd really urging them on. And that's the end of the second round, although the bell didn't really sound too loud then. But that's the end of the second round. I would say that was pretty even.
Yeah, I would say so. I think in that last round, Jamie Dickson sort of covered up more, and he used his head more, and he began to use his knees more as well. I think the third round will be the deciding round for me. I think it's fairly even so far, and both men will want to impress the judges on this third round.
Right. To me, Dickson looks a little bit of the stronger. Probably because he's showing more technique than Morse is. Morse really relying on his hands and throwing the good shots to the head, whereas Dickson uses both combinations and uses his feet more effectively than Morse.
I think it's all down to this last round. I think if I had to score this, the first round was definitely taken by Daniel Morse, and the second round was taken by Jamie Dickson. So they've got it all to go for now. It should be a cracking third round.
So it's a third and final round. It's time to really impress the judges between Dickson and Morse. And I think it's more or less evenly contested. Both fighters wading in there. Morse beginning to try and use his knees now more effectively.
There's a good front kick there from Jamie Dickson. And a good roundhouse kick to the ribs.
Again, Dickson landing some good important shots there.
I think he's definitely coming back into it, and he's just beginning to edge this third round.
And there's a bit of grappling, and they're on the floor now.
Well, that's allowed, of course, in Thai boxing.
Both fighters now coming to the end of this round and sensing victory. Are both stepping up the pace and giving everything. Morse again landing with a couple of good blows to the head. Dickson again turning to the knees to the abdomen and putting Morse under pressure.
I think this is very much the kneer versus the puncher. We'll see who comes out on top.
And Morse really feeling the pace there.
Yeah, I think he's getting very tired now.
And I think Dickson sensing that.
I think he is, and he's coming through with those knees. They're very effective indeed.
And Morse is going to get a standing count.
I think that's quite right. Look, he's very tired, and those knees are very telling techniques indeed.
And he's asking, the ref's asking if he's okay. He's going to allow him to continue. It would be a shame to stop it right at the end of this round, and that's the end of the round gone. That's the end of the contest. I think we'll have to wait for the judge's decision as to who gets that.
Well, again, if I had to score this one, I would say Jamie Dickson has won that. The first two rounds were even, but definitely, for my money, Jamie Dickson has done enough in this third round to win. And I think he's done it by doing some very good knees to his opponent.
Right. And I think the judge's decision is now going to be given.
Would you like to bet on this one, Mike?
I'm not a betting man. I would say Dickson.
Well, you're absolutely correct.
And just as you were saying, Rupert, that it was actually Jamie who came off the more stronger, as we were saying. And it actually came out to be the telling factor.